Yo, what is going on, all of you lovely people? I am finally back from the lake. I was only gone for like 4 or 5 days, but it felt way longer. And I missed you guys, and a lot has been going on. We got two really cool new champions. We got the deep dives. We're gonna be taking a look at those today. I'm really excited. We have Enchantress and Beta Ray Billy. So man, let's go ahead and get into it. We're gonna start with Enchantress. So let's go ahead and get that pulled up. All right. So I haven't seen either of these deep dives yet. I've heard Beta Ray Bill looks pretty good, and I've heard Enchantress is a defender. I think that's all I know. I'm very excited. Let's get into it. All right. Let's go.
What's going on, summoners? We're back here today with
Mikey.
Another champion deep dive. Today, we're talking about Enchantress.
Go Mystic.
So,
Yeah.
sit
All
back and
right.
relax, because it's time to get into it.
She's all kinds of effects going there. The only one I recognized was Untouchable. There was like 6 things I don't know. Huh. Okay.
Enchantress enters the contest as the ultimate thief of hearts. Her light and medium
She is kinda
attacks
bad.
deal energy damage and power steal up to 1% of her opponent's max power, but not when they're at their special 3.
Oh, interesting. So it's kind of like Dormammu power control. We haven't seen that in a long time.
She's also immune to power lock, and her ability and combat power rate can't be reduced below 50%. Also, when an opposing champion's effect would cause her to lose power, she passively gains that amount over 7 seconds. Now, the first and second hits of her heavy attack prevent her from using her special 3 and special 2 until the heavy attack finishes. And charging a heavy after landing any non-combo ending basic attack inflicts a stun passive, but doesn't grant her power.
Ooh.
Now, Enchantress uses her
That's really nice. Like the Gladiator, America Chavez, just heavy whenever you want, but she doesn't gain power. I think that's a fair trade-off. Okay.
special 1 to cast spells. These spells are indefinite, but grant or inflict temporary effects. Enchantress has multiple spell books, each containing different
What is
spells.
this?
And as an attacker, after the first hit of the attack, time will slow down. Swiping up, down, left, or right in specific
What?
combinations will cast a specific spell. Her Evocation spellbook inflicts damaging effects on the final hit of the attack for 10 seconds. Swiping down, down, right will cast Fireball, inflicting an Incinerate debuff. Swiping up, up, right will cast Blizzard, inflicting a Cold Snap debuff. And swiping up, up, down will cast Chain Lightning, inflicting a Shock debuff. Tapping the block input twice, or inputting a combination that is not a spell, casts a damaging spell at random. As a defender, these effects are passives instead of debuffs. And these spells are removed if Enchantress is intercepted while not unstoppable. Her Transmutation spellbook grants
Hold on. She goes unstoppable. Dude, I'm really liking this so far. This is cool. There's so much going on.
Enchantress beneficial effects for 20 seconds. Swiping up, up, up will cast Levitate, allowing her to evade attacks that would knock her down and recover from specials and strikers. She also instantly regenerates a portion of damage taken from blocked hits. Swiping right, right, right will cast Haste, granting her immunity to reverse controls, and making her passively unstoppable while dashing. And swiping left, left, left will cast Etherealness, granting her an untouchable passive. While this is active, she regenerates a portion of all energy damage taken. These effects don't stack. If they have a potency or chance, that value is 30%. And are removed when she has no active transmutation spells. These spells end when her heavy attack is interrupted or punished. Her enchantment spellbook inflicts effects on the opponent for 25 seconds. Swiping down, up, down casts Dispel, nullifying 1 buff on the opponent every 4 seconds they spend within striking distance. Swiping right, left, right casts Intimidate.
Love to see some Maestro counters. Neutralize 2? Potential serpent counter. Ooh, okay.
Sympathy, inflicting a neutralize passive. And swiping left, right, left casts Wilt, inflicting an atrophy passive. These effects don't stack. If they have a potency, it sits at 30%. These spells end when Enchantress is knocked down. Additionally, when Enchantress is struck by a special attack while 9 or more spells are active, she loses concentration, and all are removed, each dealing a burst of direct damage to the opponent.
Oh.
Now, as a defender, her ability and combat power rates are reduced by 20%. And at the start of each fight, and when using her special 1, she casts a predefined combination of 3 spells at random. Doing so depletes 60% of her current power. Until she's thrown her special 1 twice, she cannot use her special 2. This resets after using her special 2.
What?
And for each active spell, 20% of all incoming damage is prevented if any spells are still active at the start of her next.
Wait. Back up the bus here. Let me hear that again.
2. And for each active spell, 20% of all incoming damage is prevented if any spells are still active.
What? For each spell, 20% of all damage? One more time.
After using her special 2. And for each active spell, 20% of all incoming damage is prevented if any.
That's insane. Dude, that's what makes Sasquatch such an insane defender. You know, aside from his massive health pool, when you're fighting in Sassy, it's random when he triggers his Wrath of Tanarak, and for each rage stack that he gets, he prevents all incoming damage by 5% outside of special 3s. She's doing that 20% for each one of these, so that's 60% damage reduction right now? That sounds crazy. Okay.
Any spells are still active at the start of her next special attack, the prevented damage is sent back to the attacker as direct damage.
What?
However, each debilitate effect on Enchantress counts as a negative spell for the purpose of this ability. Now, her special 2 gains increased attack rating for each active spell, up to 12, as well as different effects depending on the category of spell she has the most of. If that's Evocation, she gains increased critical rating for each active spell. If it's Transmutation, she lifesteals a portion of damage dealt for each active spell. And if it's Enchantment, she reactivates the effect of each active spell, doubling the potency of enchantment spells. She can activate multiple effects if more than one spell is tied for the most.
Oh yeah, did you guys see that? So, against Serpent here, so it looks like the neutralize didn't prevent, I think it's only like a 30% neutralize, it says earlier. Maybe it was increased, but Serpent's death immunity has like a 125% or like 150% chance to trigger or something like that. But the atrophy here, I believe, was really reducing the duration. Let's take a look here.
Spells. She can activate multiple effects if more than one spell.
So here he dies, and so the atrophy is active. So you'll see the death immunity, it doesn't last that long. That was going by very fast through the atrophy. So it seems like a decent Serpent counter. I don't know. It's very early, but we're not even through this, and I'm already... wow. Let's keep watching.
The Special 3. At the end of this attack, she inflicts a 25% charm debuff for 50 seconds and power steals up to 1 bar of power. Charm increases the potency of incoming power steal, drain, and burn effects, while decreasing the potency of power gain, energize, and inexorable effects. Now, let's check out her signature ability. When awakened, Enchantress gains a new enchantment spell, Charm Champion. This is activated by swiping up, down, up, which inflicts a charm debuff on the opponent. Additionally, her enchantment spell effects last for up to 10 seconds longer. And whenever a buff fails to activate on the opponent, or they're immune to a damaging effect, she instantly power steals up to 4% of their max power. As an attacker, this potency is reduced by 75%. Now, let's see those spells come together in the champion rotation. To begin,
what's the rotation, Mikey?
strike the opponent to power steal and start building your power. The fight in front of you will inform what order to cast your spells. If you're up against an opponent with lots of buffs, you might want to start with your enchantment spells to control them, and take advantage of Mystic Dispersion. But in a longer fight, your transmutation spells will keep you protected with passive Untouchable, Unstoppable, and allow you to recover from special attacks. Once your protection spells are set up, cast your evocation spells to round out your spellbooks and cast your damaging effects. Try to cast an even number of each type of spell. That way, you gain multiple bonus effects on your Special 2. Once you're all set up, launch your Special 2 to reactivate your spell effects and barrage the opponent with increased attack and crit rating. From here, just keep launching your Special 2 until the opponent is knocked out. And if you get pushed to a Special 3, just use your Heavy to disable it and keep the ball rolling. Now, Enchantress excels when she has time to ramp. But in a shorter fight, you can skip right to your damaging spells for some extra damage over time, and then launch your Special 2s with your increased critical rating. And hey, while in no way required, running Enchantress with the Mystic Dispersion Mastery will make casting all of those spells a lot speedier. There are lots of spell combinations to learn, so open that spellbook and get studying. Thank you for watching this Champion Deep Dive for Enchantress. And hey, if you liked the video and want to see more, click subscribe, like, comment, and share. And if you haven't already, join the official Marvel Contest of Champions Discord and come discuss. And remember, we'll see you in the battle realm.
Dude. Wow. Wow. Baddie alert. Dude, this champion just looks unreal. Like, there is literally so much going on. I think this champion has a lot of potential. A ton of potential. On offense, on defense, everywhere in the game. Wow. So, like, this year, I feel like 2024 has been kind of disappointing on the champion editions, but wow, this champion looks like an absolute banger. I'm really excited. Let's go watch Beta Ray build out. All right. Let's go. Let's go.
What's going on, summoners? We're back here today
Billy,
with another
my boy Billy.
Champion Deep Dive. Today, we're talking about Beta Ray Bill.
That mouth looks kind of weird, though. It's my only thing.
Relax, because it's time to get into it.
Is that 448,000 damage? What the fudge? Wow. Nice.
Beta Ray Bill enters the contest with an armor pulverizing hammer. His first medium attack pulverizes one armor up effect, removing it and dealing a burst of direct damage. He's also fully immune to shock and power drain effects. And when his power drain immunity triggers, he gains a power gain passive, granting him 1 bar of power over 0.5 seconds.
Oh, I like
this
that.
Has a cooldown of 14 seconds. He also reduces the potency of incoming bleed and poison effects by 50%. And when starting a fight against a tech champion, or when immune to an effect, he gains a steady buff for 20 seconds. While steady is active, attacks cannot...
Oh my god, yes! Yes! Finally, a glancing counter. Oh my god. Dude, glancing is one of the most annoying things in this freaking game. Oh, that is beautiful. Not just like that Beta Ray build has it, but just that it's a thing now that we can see more going forward. Oh, beautiful. That's beautiful to see, man. Nice. Love it. Love it.
Equipping the Thor relic increases the potency of his personal buffs by 25%.
25%?
While charging a
I have a 6-star Thor relic. Nice. Let's go.
heavy attack, he gains an unstoppable buff. And while charging, all buffs on him.
Wait, that's like 24 seconds? Oh, the cooldown's 24 seconds. I thought it lasts for 24 seconds.
Unstoppable buff. And while charging, all buffs on him and shocks on the opponent are paused. And he gains a 20% intensify buff every 0.4 seconds, up to 5 stacks. If struck while charging his heavy, this unstoppable goes on cooldown for 24 seconds. And when he releases his heavy, he gains a grit buff for 15 seconds.
Nice.
While above
Grit is
2
good.
bars of power, the opponent suffers.
Grit basically just allows you to hit into unstoppable opponents. Really, really great mechanic.
An Intimidate passive while he's below 3 stacks of Intensify. At 5 stacks, it turns into an Infuriate passive. And if he activates his Special 2 while charging his heavy, he pauses all personal buffs until he's landed or been struck by 4 basic hits per Intensify gained. This effect does not trigger if it's already active. If this buff pause is not active, his basic attacks have a 10% chance to inflict a shock passive over 25 seconds, maxing out at 12 stacks. Starting a combo with a medium attack or while striking with a special 1 speeds up this expiration rate by 285%. And when any shock on the opponent ends, he deals a burst of energy damage. All shocks are paused during the opponent's special attacks and during Beta Ray Bill's special 2. Also, the final hit of his special attacks refresh all shocks on the opponent. Now, let's check out his special attacks.
Liking what I'm seeing so far.
On activation of the special 1, he gains a Fury buff for 15 seconds, maxing out at 3 stacks. And during this attack, the potency of personal bursts is increased by 200%.
Nice.
Also, while his personal buff pause is active, when any shock expires on the opponent during this attack, he inflicts another personal shock passive. With the Special 2, the first hit grants a non-stacking 15% Energize buff for 15 seconds. All lightning hits inflict a personal shock passive. And each Intensify buff grants a 10% chance to inflict these shocks through block.
What's Special 3 do? Is it a banger? Cool animation.
The Special 3. At the end of this attack, he gains a 60% Resonance buff for 20 seconds, paused during special attacks. Resonance deals an additional burst of energy damage based on the hit damage dealt.
Nice.
Now, let's check out his signature ability. When awakened, the potency of personal bursts of damage is increased by up to 40%.
Nice.
Additionally, his unstoppable cooldown is reduced by up to 10 seconds.
Nice.
And while a personal unstoppable buff is active, damage taken is reduced by up to 100%, not including Special 3. Now, let's take him out for a spin
that's
in
nice.
the champion rotation.
That's real nice. Damn.
To begin, strike the opponent to start building your power and inflicting your shocks. If your opponent has any armor up effects, focus on your first medium attack to pulverize and remove it. Launching your heavy will grant you a grit buff, allowing you to counter unstoppable. In a shorter fight, once you reach your special 2, launch it to gain your energize, inflict more shocks, and refresh your stack. Then, start your next combos with a medium to speed up the expiration of your shocks. And time your special 1 so they burst during the attack. Now, in a longer fight, try to start your combos with a light attack to keep your shocks active longer. Also, don't forget, your steady buff will prevent your attacks from glancing. And when immune to a power drain effect, you'll gain a bar of power. Once above 2 bars, Charge your heavy to intimidate and gain your intensify, then use your infuriate at 5 stacks to intercept with your special 2 and activate your buff pause. From here, make your way back up to special 2 and launch again to stack on more shocks. Reset your buff pause once it falls off to max out your shocks and finish your ramp. Then, switch to medium starting combos to burst the opponent down with massive special 1s until they're knocked out. And hey, keep in mind, that massive fury from your special 1 can stack up to 3 times, and it gains increased potency when equipped with the Thor relic. So, if you time your combos right, your special 1s could burst down an enormous health pool and have your opponent begging for mercy.
Seems pretty good, man.
Thank you for watching this champion deep
Seems
dive
pretty
for
good.
Beta Ray Bill. And hey, if you liked the video and want to see more, click subscribe, like, comment, and share. And if you haven't already, join the official Marvel Contest of Champions Discord and come discuss. And remember, we'll see you in the battle round.
Whoa. Was Beta Ray Bill just dual wielding? Bro's got the akimbo hammers? What?
And
What is that?
discuss. And remember, we'll
What? He's got Mjolnir and Stormbreaker? What?
see you in the
That's sick. That's so sick. Dude, this guy looks freaking awesome. I'm just so excited to finally have like a really cool and good and relevant Thor. You know? Like we had Cosmic Thor way back in the day who was insane and then nerfed into the ground. And he's like okay today at like a max sig, but it's like he's got some damage and that's about it. Like there's no utility in that kit, you know. And then we have Thor Ragnarok, who was a great big disappointment when he came out. Honestly, I like the whole Thor Ragnarok, like he only had that look in the Colosseum fight in that one movie, and we've been stuck with that Thor Ragnarok character since. And then he got buffed, and like he was better, but he's still not that good. Like I really love Thor. You know, I've always wanted a Stormbreaker Thor from like you know, Infinity War, or dual wielding Fat Thor from Endgame. You know, I wanted a really crazy cool Thor that's really good in game for so long. And I've been, you know, so this is finally, you know, close enough. Yeah, I'm really excited. For Horse Thor. Can't wait, bro, because we're gonna be getting the 7-star guaranteed from well, as long as I get all the pieces from the dual track event. But honestly, I think I'm more excited about Enchantress. You guys know me. I love really good Cosmic Chance, especially like Thor. And I'm really excited for Beta Ray Bill, but holy crap, Enchantress just looks crazy. So I think I am a little bit more excited for Enchantress, but I'm really excited for both these champions. August, we are eating good in August, guys. And then I think September, we have the Summoner's Choice champ coming. So yeah, really exciting stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed my deep dive reaction review. I am back now. Going to be uploading a lot of content, hopefully streaming a lot more often as well. I'm back. I missed you guys. Time to start grinding again. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section down below which one of these two champions are you more excited for, Enchantress or Beta Ray Bill, and why. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you want to see more. Peace.